You're listening to KYRS Medical Lake Spokane on 88.1 and 92.3 FM, and this is KYRS Local News. I'm Megan Burton. The Spokane Education Association reached a deal on the final Tuesday in August to give educators in Spokane a 14.3% pay raise. Hundreds of unions across the state have been fighting for pay increases as money from the legislature reaches the districts. The state gave $2 billion to schools this year, ending the long-running McCleary lawsuit that mandated the state legislature fully fund education. Spokane became the largest district to reach a deal when this happened. Seattle is the largest in the state, and the Seattle Education Association also authorized a strike if a deal was not reached by September 5th. A tentative contract and agreement was reached on September 3rd and ratified last week. Other districts across the state are still striking to reach a deal, meaning schools are closed. Some of the nearby schools may start to feel pressure to reach a deal as contracts are negotiated. Schools need to pay competitive compared to nearby schools. A recent federal court ruling from McCady stated that it is unconstitutional to prosecute those experiencing homelessness for being on the street when they had nowhere else to go. Boise has an ordinance similar to Spokane's sit-lie ordinance that allows people to be cited for sleeping outside on city property. The federal Ninth Circuit of Appeals found that this violates the Eighth Amendment by inflicting cruel and unusual punishment. Spokane may need to evaluate our own sit-lie ordinance that passed in 2013, especially after the recent loss of 24/7 services at House of Charity, as well as the loss of nearly 100 beds at the facility. Spokane's sit-lie ordinance allows those who are sitting or laying down in the downtown area to be cited. It was passed as a way to keep crime and loitering at a minimum in the downtown area. But the ordinance only specifies sitting and lying, targeting those without homes to go to. Many of those who relied on that space will be out on the streets, possibly violating that ordinance as they try to find somewhere to rest. Officers do their best to use the ordinance to encourage and direct people to services and resources like community court, rather than sending them straight to jail. Spokane does not enforce the sit-lie ordinance when shelters are full, and Boise has followed suit since the ruling. But the ordinance can still be enforced if there is shelter available. You've been listening to KYRS Local News at 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. Thank you to everyone who supported KYRS in our on-air fund drive last week. KYRS Local News receives support from the Smith Barbieri Progressive Fund, a charitable foundation. More information at smith-barbieri.com. KYRS Local News receives support from the Community Building Foundation, empowering local organizations to help our community experience justice, vibrancy, and sustainability. Our theme music is from bensound.com. To send us news tips or comment on our show, our email is news@kyrs.org.